Travelers on this Robeson County road have a surprise in store when they drive by the home of Pamela DeRensis. Located just south of Pembroke, she's building a house out of a 14,000 bushel grain silo.
It is 18 feet high, approximately, and that's not counting the roof. And it is 30 square feet in diameter, round. So it is approximately 1,200 square feet housing space.
It's one of very few silo homes in the entire country, and the first one in Robeson County. When she retired from her career with the federal government a few years ago, Pam moved back home to Pembroke. After seeing a story about silo homes on TV, she decided to try and build one herself. But it was a challenge because there weren't any guidelines or blueprints to follow.
I just figured it out as I went along. No, there were no plans. The only thing was looking online, trying to figure out, what the other ones had done.
With the help of two neighbors who are builders, Pam designed the home she wanted. The top priority was to make it self-sustaining.
Renewable energy is my thing. I worked at Department of Energy for 9 years, and in renewable energy and environmental management. So I wanted as natural as I could, even though I did use insulation. I don't like that kind of insulation, but I used it. Instead of sheetrock, I used cypress trees. So the cypress that you see on the inside is cut to a ½ an inch so it can be pliable and bend. There's probably, I guess, over 200 more pieces of cypress in there for the upstairs and the downstairs.
Those trees came from the Lumbee River area in Robeson County, and most materials in the house were bought or found locally, then repurposed. For example, this satellite dish sits atop logs cut from local trees and covers the entrance to the house. Numerous renewable energy features are also present.
There is the wind turbine, a small wind turbine, which is a backup to the solar. I have the very basic solar, which is enough to run a television, 2 fans, a small refrigerator. My stove is wood, so I don't need that. So I can run 3 or 4 things consecutively at one time with this basic system. I have a gray water system, which is the water that I use, like, bathing or, washing dishes. It goes into 2 barrels that are on the side of the grain bin. And I can take and use that water to water my garden.
The house also has an antique wood-burning stove for cooking and heating. In the bathroom, a metal horse trough serves as the bathtub, and the toilet is self-composting. Pam's goal is for her home to be totally self-sufficient. And even though the structure may have the appearance of a giant tin can, Pam says it's rock solid.
The cement foundation is over 12 inches deep and thick, the thickness of it. It is bolted down. The structure is very sound. It's been inspected. My neighbor across the street said an elephant could go up the stairs. It is that sturdy.
Along with using local materials to build the house, Pam has filled it with interesting objects and Native American art. Many of the pieces inside her home were made by local artist Karen Coronado. On the day we visited, Karen was teaching a gourd painting class.
These are just simple craft paints you can buy at any craft store.
So is gourd painting a traditional art form for a lot of different Native American tribes, or is it primarily Lumbee?
Oh, no.
All across the board.
Worldwide.
Classes like this demonstrate Pam's desire to use her home as a place to share Native American art and her Lumbee Indian culture. She also wants to use her silo house as a real-life classroom to educate young people in the area about energy and the environment.
It's something that I want to share with them and hope to for them to pick it up and be interested in the environment, in the climate, in keeping their neighborhoods, they're clean, and just showing them how important it is how we all live in this world together, and we're dependent on one another.
After 1 year of planning and construction, Pam's silo home is nearly complete. Including all of the renewable energy features, her total cost for this house will be about $55,000, considerably less than a traditional home of similar size. And while it's rewarding for her to see the tangible result of her work and efforts, the permanence of this unique home also reflects Pam's return to her roots.
This is our home. This is where my family, my relatives are here. My ancestors are here. I'm walking on the very ground that most of them walked on, and I have family surrounding me.